It's beyond filthy. So disgusting I can regurgitate.
I don't think it's that bad.
Listen, you obstinate ignoramus. We come from a planet of sentient cleaning implements, and we keep it pristine.
Oh, come on, Other Rick. I think you're exaggerating.
No, he's right, boss. This place is a real dump compared to home.
Not you too, Fanny.
You're being kind of defensive for someone who says he's not gross.
Oh, hi. We didn't see you there. Sorry. I was just talking to my sidekicks. So, this bench in front of me is around 100 years old, I think. Close to it, anyways. And I'm going to restore it. And I'm sure this thing has a lot of a story behind it, but it belongs to my friend, who I don't know if he's okay with me using his name yet.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach...
My friend Paul, and I'll be doing that whenever I say his name just in case. His father put this together, and he expressed, a couple of years ago now, I think, an interest in having it restored, and I offered to do it for him. And then it sat in my trashed garage for the longest time, and things got crazy in our lives, and I just never really had the time to restore it. Well, now I need a video next week, and I thought this would be a great one. So now I've got time, and I can justify doing it, so I'm going to do it. Guy is like 86 years old now, I think, but that's not his greatest achievement, and I'm going to have to talk to him to find out if I can share what his greatest achievement is. But I'll explain all that stuff in the voiceover. I just wanted to give a little quick introduction. Now that the garage is clean, we can do some stuff out here. Let's just get the video going. Sorry. This is my friend Fanny and my interdimensional sidekick, Other Rick.
Salutations, soiled mortals.
Yes. And, well, if you want to know who I am, you'll have to have a little peek inside my cabinet of curiosity.
You're creepy and weird. Ha ha!
Well, the damn screws are seized up, and you may be wondering, Rick, why don't you just WD-40 or put some PB Blaster on them? Well, I would, you fool, except for this. They're painted. Whoever painted this green painted the bolts, so I would have to strip them, then WD-40 them, and it would be like a 2-day endeavor. So instead, I'm going to use power tools, and I'll be protected by my shop shades from John Malecki. Get in the shade. Shop shades. I don't have the battery in. Get in the shade. Shop shades. Let's go! I'm also using a 5-inch cutting wheel on a 4-inch angle grinder. It's fine. This will be fine. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. That I borrowed from my friend Buddy. Thanks, Buddy. You saw him in the bathtub video.
This is taken out of context. What was the context?
Thanks for helping me with that bathtub, Buddy, and thanks for letting me use your angle grinder. Now it's time for montage.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach...
Rick?
Yes, hi, Lois.
Rick?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I had a horrible time.
There we go. How are you, Lois?
I'm good. How about you?
Oh, doing all right. Worse for the wear, but I'm still upright and going, so that's...
You know, that's all you can do.
It's about all you can do. How's Paul doing?
He's doing all right.
I tried calling him, and it went straight to his voicemail.
Well, I know. Let me give him my phone.
Well, I was going to let you both know real quick, too, before you hand it over to him. I know it's been ages now, but I finally got his bench put back together and restored for him.
Oh, well, good.
And I was going to try to find a time that I could bring it over to him and talk to him.
Okay. You guys decide when you're there, one or the other.
Okay.
Oh, hang on.
Alrighty.
You'll be glad to hear from you.
I'll be glad to talk to him.
Now, when I tell him, he'll say, ooh.
I bet.
Paul? Okay. You remember Rick took your bench and he was going to restore it, your Coca-Cola or John Deere or whatever. Okay. You know who he is.
Yeah.
He's on the phone.
Oh, Rick.
Howdy, Paul. How are you doing?
I'm doing about 95%. How are you?
I'm about 83. 83%. But
Okay.
it's getting late in the day, you know.
That's right.
It's good to talk to you. Yeah, I finally got off my butt and got your bench done.
Okay, well, do you want to bring it over?
Sure, I can do it sometime this week.
Okay, good. I'm stay here in Lois most of the time, but
Yeah, she said give you a call in the afternoon, and would you rather I bring it over to her house or take it to your house?
that'd be fine.
Taking it to your house?
Yeah.
Alrighty. I wanted to ask you too, Paul. I've been making videos and putting them on YouTube, and I did one about your bench. Would you be okay with talking with me on camera so I could make a little video about us and our friendship and how we met and that kind of thing?
I guess.
I think you're an interesting person, Paul, and I want to show people how cool I think you are.
Okay.
So I have your permission to. I'm recording this phone call too. Is that all right?
Okay.
All right, good deal. I appreciate that.
Okay. Don't do that too early in the morning.
No, I don't either. No, I won't bug you till after lunch.
Okay.
All righty.
I'll be here as long as you're over my place. What to do? You
All
give
right.
me a ring, I'll let you know where I am.
All right, it sounds like a plan. Thank you, Paul.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
Love you, bye. I wanted to record a little video, Paul, of us talking, if that's okay.
Well, it's okay, but as long as it's open.
Oh, it won't cost you a dime. Can I put this on your hat real quick? Thank you. There, we're 2 peas in a pod now. Paul, how you been?
Well, I've been doing about 90%. I use this cane to get around. Otherwise, I'll fall on my back or my ass or something, whatever. I don't want to do that again.
I'm doing about
This arm here, I did
87%.
about 3 years ago, and it still ain't right, ain't 100%.
Your dad built that bench, right?
No, that was up on the farm. I don't know if he built it or not, but that's where it was. He redone it once. I know that.
So he worked on it too.
Yeah.
So that thing's probably well over 100 years old then.
In fact, he had 2 of them. I don't know where the other one went to.
Did
He
just
done a
fix it up?
lot of work. He worked for a construction guy here, and he was a farmer. Farmer was his profession, but he done a lot of other work.
Mm-hmm.
He worked at all. He worked at Brownfields, all Alice Chalmer. Worked at Miles Stanley Sullivan over Palestine. I looked for Hammerstone down at St. Marie, case dealer.
Yeah.
And plus, he really fact, he wanted to rewire all my garage out there. I put it out there, yeah. I've been sitting in front, was sitting in front.
It was in a pretty poor state when I got it.
Uh-huh. I don't know how old that bench should be. It probably, been down for a long time.
You grew up in Indy, right?
Yeah.
No,
Or you was
What?
you didn't. You grew up in Oblong.
Yeah, I grew up on the north town. Or, 1 mile of the first road back west. I was born over there in my granddad's house.
Okay.
And we lived up on that. There used to be a big house up there on the hill there, just to come off that road there back there. It's tore down years ago.
Yeah.
That's where I was raised up at.
What was Oblong like when you were a kid?
Well, there's more businesses going on, I will say that. You go up on town on Saturday night, there'd be people all over the town. all the farmers come in, they go to the tavern, the women go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
There used to be 2 taverns up there. Her folks had 1 grocery store in town.
Did you move to Indy after you served in the military?
I come back. I was home here. I was here for another couple of years before I went up north.
Mm-hmm. What branch did you serve in?
Army Airborne.
Army Airborne.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for your service. Do you remember how you and I met?
Really no.
Clamp it down. Don't go nowhere. Believe it or not, this thing vibrates a lot. Sorry. I just joined the local camera blockers 333. Now that I have my shop shades, my eyes are protected and I have crystal clear vision. Let's go. I was the one that was opening up some of those meetings that you and I used to do. And I'd been trying to find the guys that had started those meetings because I had some questions for them.
Oh.
About what their intentions were for it. And everybody had told me that the two guys that started it had passed away. So I'd given up on trying to find
One
it.
guy passed away. The other one's still alive.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it was,
I mean, yeah, he's been about 10 years now, I think. Yeah, about 10 years, yeah.
my friend was the one that told me that you were still alive and living over here. And that's when I
Who's
tracked
that?
you down. My friend, you probably know who I'm talking about. I think you know her dad.
Probably.
Or her grandpa better. So, how long you been sober now?
46 years.
46 years.
Yeah, 46 years in January the 24th. I just flat quit. One morning I got up, I said, I just can't do this no more, and I quit. I drank what I had left in a bit bottle of Jack Daniels, though. I didn't want to pour it out. But I did drink that, and that's it. That was it.
No waste not, want not, right?
And it's been a while after I should never told you the way I drink, you should never do that way. You should, I had to tell somebody you're going to do that. But I didn't. Mm-hmm. And a lady friend I was sitting with up north there, she come by and I said, what are you doing? You don't get off here till midnight. It's about 10 o'clock. I said, I just come see how you was doing, Paul. That's the last thing I can remember. That was on a Thursday night. I woke up Monday afternoon in the hospital in Hammond, Indiana. I passed out there on the floor, and that's where she got me to the hospital. If she hadn't been for her, I wouldn't be talking to you today. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know.
What kind of advice have you got for anybody that wants to get sober now?
Find an AA meeting. Find somebody to sponsor you, or that's what I would say. That's why we just opened. It was, they don't give a damn.
After over 40 years, what does sobriety mean to you? What does it look like?
It's my way of life. That's why I'm almost stay so. I'm not going to pick up a drink today. I didn't quit for forever. I quit for one day. For one day at a time.
Exactly.
If you quit forever, that's a long time. Just anybody can stay sober for one day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they told me.
I moved over to the shed because the Savages have company and I don't want to get sawdust on their cars. This way I'll be a little bit quieter, so maybe they can hear each other talk.
Or maybe I don't care because I'm Rick the Jerk. Yeah.
Apparently these used to be telephone poles because I think they're full of creosote because they have been burning the living hell out of my skin and eyes and nose. It should be fine as the bench. Once I get it sealed, it'll be okay. But while it's not sealed, the stuff sucks. So I'm going to glove up. And I really want to just get it all done at once. I was going to wait and do the hand sanding tomorrow. Considering how uncomfortable this stuff is, I'm just going to go ahead and try to knock it out tonight if my arms will hold up. None of my lights work. None of my lights. So I have one work light out here. This is supposed to be all pretty under here with a nice soft glow with the lights that I have set up, and it doesn't work that way. I used to have Christmas lights out here, and it was nice and twinkly and kind of fairy tale-y. The girls loved it. Now it sucks. Just like me. So I've got all my outside power on a switch in the garage, and some dingus flipped the switch off last night to conserve energy and then forgot to switch it back on today and didn't realize it. That's why I didn't have light before. Not some mystery. Silly gooses. I'll tell you what I did. Hi, welcome to day four for the bench build, I think. I don't know. There's so many. I don't know if I said it last night, but I recounted today. I have happening all at once, and I think 7 or 8 videos that I'm editing all at once. Some that I've been editing for a while, and others I'm working on, and some are in the just starting phases. But there's a lot cooking right now, and it's hard to keep track. But here's what I made, I'll tell you. Look, these. You're going to ask questions, I know. I made these long triangle prism shapes. Why? Because have you ever seen painter standoffs, little like cones or triangles, pyramids, or just little pokey things? One, I've got paint on these sawhorses. I need to replace this wood, but I've got paint on these sawhorses. You can't see it right now, but you'll notice like orange paint, black paint that I noticed last night was rubbing off on the cedar while I was sanding it. So I had to be careful about where I placed it. Otherwise, I'd sand one side, flip it over, and the back would have orange and black all over it. So one, to keep them off of that, and two, so I can paint both sides of the wood, because the only point of contact will be that teeny tiny point down the middle, and I can touch that up when I go to install. I'm going with a, hang on, then I'll tell you. I've got to find my stuff. I thought I grabbed a stain, but I didn't. I was going to use a walnut stain. Not walnut, maple stain, but it's okay. So we have this from Minwax, Indoor Outdoor Helmsman spar urethane. I read that spar urethane is supposed to be the best. I wanted satin for a luster finish, but all the best I could get was semi-gloss. It was either that or high gloss, and I don't want that. So we're not doing that. But you can go with tung oil for outdoor furniture, but you have to touch it up every 6 months, like reapply. And I don't see my friend Mr. Paul doing that. So next best thing is outside spar urethane. It can crack over time if the wood moves a lot, but it should be more durable, last longer, and seal in that nasty like creosote or whatever it is in the wood, I hope. Anyway, no one's going to be sitting on it. It's just for decoration, but still. And then I've got some Rust-Oleum automotive primer, and I went with a hammered black to complement the iron metal. So that's what we're going to do there, the steel, sorry. Let us begin. This isn't a tutorial. My phone is blowing up.
So I got a call for some critter removal. Said their deep well window for their basement out here, there was a critter making an awful lot of racket. So, come to check it out, and
Aww.
it's a little fawn got stuck in there. I don't know how I'm going to get it out without maybe mom or somebody else freaking out. But we can figure it out.
Muff Dawg will find a way. I believe in him. The plan is to do these backs first, so I can flip them over, and the backs will be where the marks are. I was going to say, if I had this spaced right, then the marks would be where the steel's going to be anyway, but I'd have to spread them out too far. I wouldn't be able to get around them. And I got to be able to get around them to get to you guys, to move you around, so you don't get bored with the same angle the whole freaking time. That's pretty good. Oh, seems to be some mild fog rolling through. Yeah, I went to see my proctologist the other day, Dr. Dover, Dr. Ben Dover. And the spar is not very warm, is it? I was kind of hoping it would. There, now it's hoping it would pop that collar a little bit. No! Shit. Damn it. Hands. That's the crap I'm talking about. Like that. That's not just the frustration. That's a $14 mistake right there, because now I gotta use a different brush, because I'm not gonna get in this. $14 mistake because my hand just took a on me. I'm already over $100 into restoring this bench. Mostly stuff I had on hand, but still, like I took the cedar as part of a payment for a job, but it's monetary value to me because it was my work and time in exchange for this. All just because my hand let go when I didn't want it to. That day we met, you gave me your old 24-hour coin. You let me hold on to it.
Oh, yeah,
I still got it.
did, yeah.
That was, I think 5 years ago now? 4 or 5 years ago?
Probably, I don't know. It's over.
Yep.
Was we still up there in the church when you come around, or we moved down there to
That's when we opened that building up across from the church.
yeah, and then you went to, I'm talking about we was up at the First Church of Christ up on up on up on the north part, up by the high school.
By the high school, yep. This is a trick I picked up from my Papa Jerk. Was an automotive painter when I was a young child. And this is how they used to do parts in the paint booth. I'm missing parts. I found my parts. Get that out of your mouth, boy. You don't know where that's been. Oh, well, yes, I do. Watch this fancy maneuver. You can't be over there because that's where the overspray is going to go. I don't want to have to lose my camera. Put you guys nice and far back just to be safe. Now, where's my spray paints?
You what?
What's something that you know now that you wish you had known when you were my age?
I wish I'd re-enlisted in the United States Army. But I didn't. I done about all I wanted to do. I went up north working a steel mill for 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got a call from this lady in there on the She lured me back to Auburn where I said I'd never be to live again.
Yeah. It's a pretty special gal.
Never say never.
Never say never, huh? It's a pretty special gal that can do that to a guy, huh? Say hi, Larry. You gonna say hi? Aw, you brat. I'm gonna do one more coat on a couple of these pieces. I'm not showing all of the painting, just the first and last coats. I don't know yet if I'm gonna put some kind of enamel, like clear coat stuff on it or not. I probably should to protect it.
I don't regret it one bit.
What do you think is the most important thing in life?
Life.
Living it, right?
If you got life, you ain't got nothing.
What's something that you're most proud of that you've done?
That lady right there.
That lady over there?
And we got a cat I love too.
He's really sweet talking you up today, Lois. He must have done something wrong.
And he actually went from here to Hammond and retired from Inland Steel. He didn't live in Indianapolis.
Oh, it was Hammond. Okay. He had told me Indy once or twice. Good morning, I guess. Or good evening, depending on how you look at it. It's 1:08 a.m. Monday morning. Larry's actual birthday. We had her party yesterday. There's some video of that going around. And other Rick Pinata was involved. I can't sleep. I want to get this bench done. I'm not sure what day we're on in the chronology of the project. I feel like it's day 3 or 4. I don't know. You guys know I'm not great with what day we're on. So I am going to try to remember how this goes back together for one. And then for 2, get our holes drilled in the wood to put our screws through. We were at these for 40. I need to get 2 inches. I'm gonna center punch all my holes. All right, now that I've got those all marked and punched, I'm going to take a smaller than necessary drill bit to put a pilot hole all the way through so that when I do the actual hole, I can drill from the front and back, and that should hopefully reduce my tear up. Should have set it to Wumbo. Now I'm going to countersink the top side of the planks and then drill through the back carefully with the proper size bit. So what's the secret to a good life then, Paul?
What was that?
What's the secret to having a good life then?
Well, just being happy.
Being happy?
Doing what you want to, just doing what you like to do.
Amen.
Not what somebody tells you to do.
I love it. So did you ever expect to become friends with a goofy tattooed handyman? Half your age.
I thought I could do it all myself. But I was.
What are you most grateful for?
Well, for my life, like I said, for one thing, this lady right here, and my sobriety for one thing. That's about the best thing with my sobriety. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have a lot of other things.
The same way with my life.
I'd still be up there in my plot up there at the mountain cemetery. Probably.
Be up there early, huh? Thank you for talking to me today, Paul. This meant a lot to me.
That's okay. Anytime.
I really appreciate our friendship, and I'm glad I know you.
But, well, I'm not here all the time, but I'm usually over her house.
Usually over across town, aren't you? I'll take that mic off you, Paul. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Paul. Thank you very much for that today. When I get that video done, I'll let you guys know, and I'll come show it to you, all right? If you want to see it. Room for two. We got a bench. Now I've got to cut the extra long screws off in the back, probably with my angle grinder. Hopefully I don't bother the neighbors, but I think Mrs. Savage is up anyway. You know, I went ahead and did me a quick think on that, and I feel like bandsaw is going to be the better way to go, a quieter way. A few of these I may have to get either the Sawzall or the angle grinder out to get them, but I'm going to get what I can with the bandsaw first. Now all that's left is to see if Mr. Paul will let me film him for the video and talk about some of our story. I had my shop shades on, so my eyes were protected, and I had crystal clear vision. Oh. I'm really glad that Paul agreed to do this video. Not just because I get to introduce one good friend to a whole bunch of other friends, but because I know that one day I'm gonna need it. My memory isn't what it used to be, and if life has taught me anything, it's that the little movies that we keep in our heads, they don't last forever. One day I'm going to forget the sound of his laugh. I'll forget the pauses before the punchlines. I'll probably even forget a few of the stories that I've rolled my eyes at after hearing them for the 100th time. But now I don't have to. They're here. I'm at that age where I seem to attend more funerals than weddings or baby showers. I've carried more friends and family to their final resting place than I've carried children on my shoulders. Losing people never gets easier, but what hurts the most isn't always saying goodbye. It's realizing how much disappears afterward. The stories fade, the voices get quieter, the faces blur around the edges. Most things are temporary. Life is temporary, memories are temporary. Even the things that we build eventually return to the earth. This bench was already falling apart more than 70 years ago, until Paul's dad decided it was worth saving. And by the time it made its way to me, it was damn near an X-bench. But with a little time and a little care, maybe it'll make it another generation or two before someone else has to decide whether it's worth saving again. Maybe our stories travel with it. Maybe they don't. I won't be around to find out. By then I'll probably be just like so many of the people that I've loved, and maybe a few of my memories too, fading, gone. Strangely, I'm okay with that. Because for right now, I got to preserve a little piece of someone's story. I got to make an old friend smile, and honestly, that's enough for me. Sometimes preserving something means letting go of the little pieces that can no longer carry the weight so the rest can live on. I don't know what comes after this life. I have my hopes, I have my questions. But I know what matters while we're here. Being kind, loving people well. leaving the world carrying a little less pain than it had when we found it. If I'm lucky, maybe these videos become a place where a few memories get to outlive the people who made them. And if that happens, I'll be grateful for every single one, because we're all going through battles every day. If you're watching this, then you're still here. That means that you're winning. For that, I am proud of you. And if nobody else has told you today, me and baby Larry are going to love to tell you that you are doing a good job. Love you, bye.
Good job, Daddy.
Thank you, baby.